Excuse me, great way to start the stream. Clearing your throat right into the microphone. Always good times. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Stop YouTube. No! There we go. Got it working right. Alright, so we're back. It's like, yeah, should I do more speedruns? Why not? Like I said, gotta get it all out of my system because I'm gonna be stuck not being able to play this even on the janky Switch, so might as well get it going now. What's up, Nimix? Good to see you, buddy. Good to hear progress on your super ultra secret project. I was actually debating, like, should I play fighting games tonight, or should I do Bayonetta 2? And I'm like, well, I'm kind of tired, but I guess I can probably crank out some Bayo 2 stuff easier than I could fighting game. Maybe try to build up some interest before the run happens on GDQ on Sunday, I think it is. So let me check that up here. This looks like it'll be Tuesday for me, Tuesday the 7th, around midnight or so. Find out when the run will be on your time. Kabam! Yeah, but it's the whole thing is like you want to speedrun good games, though. I mean, Lucha Jim, he's your man. If you want him to speedrun like a garbage game, that man is your hero. He plays the worst things possible and manages to speedrun them. I'm like, you know, one of these days we're going to trick you into playing a good game and you're just going to not know what to do with your life anymore. You're just going to be like this wrecked shell of a human being. It's like, I've been missing out all this time on good games. I just don't know what to do. No one told me there was good games out here. Now he runs games like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the Nintendo, Baby's Kids for Super Nintendo, things of that quality is what he's known for speedrunning. It's like the worst of the worst. Your games, by comparison, are far much better. I mean, you actually have a lot of good games in your repertoire and your stable house, or what do you want to call it. But I mean, Lucha Jim's is like almost everything is like, oh my god, dude, it's like, please pick a good game. He also, like, you know, not only pick like bad games like that, but he'll also pick like some of the hardest games too, like the Super Nintendo version Dracula X, which is like Rondo of Blood port. It's like somebody ported like Rondo of Blood from the TurboGrafx 16, but like had a high fever, was delirious, and a head injury, and kind of did that way, so a lot of things don't quite match up in a lot of places. But it's kind of like this unofficial official port of the game, and it's like ridiculously hard, and of course he speedruns that too, and that's an RNG nightmare. It's like a quick run. If you can get your runs going, I think it's like I want to say like a 17-minute game or something like that, but I mean, just the RNG is brutal to try to get them to manipulate you to do like damage to knock you into certain platforms and stuff. It's super reset heavy. Alright.
Shall we?
I guess we'll do Bayo. I guess we'll do another 1C. I guess I'll try cleaning that up, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do a 2C run. My body is just... It's unfortunately falling apart right before my surgery, which is kind of good. In the way it's like, okay, I'm getting surgery done, but kind of bad also because I have to harass them on Monday and say, hey, schedule my damn surgery, because I'm still waiting on that. You guys were supposed to call me last week. You didn't get it scheduled on so I can get this programmed in. So I think easy mode I should be able to do. Hopefully it won't be as rusty as last time. And also, you know, another big hope is that things don't go sideways. We never know with my possessed haunted switch I have. Excuse me. Oh, that picked up on the microphone, and I see it kind of move. It's like just had those internal gurglings.
The legend of Aesir, a legend from the dawn of time. Nobody knows where the world came from. A struggle caused the trinity of realities to be split into three realms: light, darkness, and chaos. Obviously, our world was the one born from chaos. The three worlds all needed rulers, most of all ours. And the one that ruled the chaos became known as Aesir. Eternity quietly looking upon the earth from his holy mountain, where we only see reality and make it match our rules of the world. Aesir saw through reality, and those visions became our world. These observations became Aesir's power. Aesir's eyes were truly the eyes that created the world. However, Aesir pitied the humans for their naivete and lack of free will. So the power he wielded was split into two equal halves, and entrusted each to humanity's instincts: the right eye of light, and the left eye of darkness.
Excuse me. It's like 95% of my streams are me like having like my allergy medications running out and sniffing and coughing.
They could now choose. With control of the eyes of the world, the eyes that determine destiny, humans could choose their own paths. They awoke to their own identities. Man is but a reed, the most feeble thing in nature, but now we were thinking reeds, and we took our first big step towards grand prosperity. The inheritors of the eyes of Aesir had been granted the power of...
That was gonna be super laggy. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be like a 32, 33 maybe? To start? But of course, I mean, this is the physical version, so... Yeah, 33. Oof. Well, that's all up to Cap Revenge. Take up any complaints or concerns with him, because he is the one who said he wanted me to do it and then didn't lift a finger, so... We'll see how his couch does. I mean, hopefully his couch does well. So, I mean, this can be a pretty tricky game to commentate just by yourself solely, but if you have people who haven't really played the game before, it's going to be a little bit harder, but got fingers crossed that he'll do it. He'll pull it out. Oh my gosh, it ate the inputs? No! But I mean, it's like, you also want them to be versed in what's going on, too. Because, I mean, one of the people in our Bayonetta Discord actually was watching some stream, I think it was ESA, and one of the last ESAs where we had Bryce was doing a speedrun. He did a really great job. But there was a Russian restream, and one of our members is Russian. He's like, these guys have no idea how to play the game, they have no idea what to comment on, and they're just like filling for time, just like making fun of the game. It's like, wow, you might want to jump in there and, like, you know, comment for them. Like, they almost asked him to. It's like you really want to have some kind of basic following of the understanding of the game, at least. Yeah, I knew I was gonna get hit out of that one. Right, exactly. It's like, you want to have at least a base understanding. It's kind of like the same way that I've actually been asked to do commentary on other games before, and I've actually turned it down because I don't know enough about it to feel comfortable about commentating a run for it, at least, you know, during a speedrun event. You know, I have like a casual understanding of the game, but it's like, I am not the best person for this. Dropped input. That's okay, as long as I reach like the almost like the 9.55s before this starts, it's all good. Oh, and what? What did it punish? Excuse me? What? Okay, that was bizarre. It punished right into the finisher? Yeah, that's a first for me to ever see that happen. That was unique. But of course I have a weird switch, so who knows. Say, better give me that punish. And he's dead.
If you need to learn how to drift with me, ask your mom.
Should be like a 10:45, 10:50 end. We'll see. Yeah, but I mean, like, even like for Super Metroid though, I would take you doing commentary over me any day because you have experience with, you know, with different tasking, different things for it as well, and being a part of that community for the game. Or if somebody were to say, hey man, we want you to come commentate like this run of Super Mario World, it's like, no. It's like, I know the game, sure, but it's like, I don't know the insides and outs of it. I don't know the whole speedrunning tactics for it used. It's like, I'm not the best person for this. Let me point you to other people who would be better. And that's the whole thing. Like I said, if you're not playing and doing commentary yourself, or you're not comfortable with it, and you're gonna need your couch to do it, you better have people who know what the hell they're talking about. So hopefully, you know, that's gonna happen. I really hope it does. Yeah, F-Zero, Krusty, Qbert, definitely. Especially Krusty. I mean, one, you'd have to have somebody run it. Two, it's like you like crushed the task on that twice. And even now, because I mean, because you tasked it, like, it'd be interesting because you have the inside knowledge of like, okay, well, you know, like, here's how the human does it, and as he's doing it right now, and in the task you can actually like skip a whole bunch of crazy stuff, do the inputs. You know, you'd have that both sides of the both views of it. Because you had to understand how it originally worked in order to break it, so to speak. Give me my magic. Don't drop the combo. Whoa, Switch is screwing up. Whoa. Yeah, that was not a Twitch thing you just saw right now. That was a Switch thing going full ham. That was interesting. I'm telling you, T. Wallace, you can do it. I didn't see a, American Truck Simulator category. Set it up yourself for fastest time to flip the truck. You could be a world record holder. You too can be a speedrunner. I don't know what it is, but it seems like the physical download version keeps bringing me, or not physical download, physical version, automatically brings you into this. You hit the button to skip, and it still does it. It still brings you in here. There we go. It's like 1 or 2 more hits. It's gotta be something with the physical copy, or it could be my Switch. I don't know what it is, but every single time it brings me into that option. Like, as soon as you pick up that book, it's always that book. It brings you right into the, here's more information about it. That's the wrong one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd end up on like some kind of like watch list somewhere, T. Wallace. Yeah, this guy's been streaming himself crashing planes into the buildings and doing erratic behavior. We better keep an eye on him in case he tries to learn how to actually fly an airplane.
Do you mind hurrying the fuck up and getting rid of this thing?
Now, that's no way to talk to a lady. No wonder your guardian angels are trying to give you a good spanking.
And Twitch is still working on my whole emotes problem.
You saved me. I'll
Still working on it.
Heading to Fimbulventa, aren't we? That makes 2 of us.
Which means it's the weekend and they don't care and they've all gone home. I'm just waiting for the servers to crap out. Why are they not dead? Why is it giving me this one? Triple punch, triple kick. But I mean, like I said, it's defective switch, so... I'm just calling these the jank runs. 47%? That high? Really? There's a movie from 1990, I believe it was. It's a Dudley Moore film called Crazy People. It's about an advertising executive who goes mentally insane after his wife leaves him. And he decides he's going to stop lying to people and start telling them the truth in advertising. So one of the ones, like, rejected candidate, proposals he had was United Airlines. It was, like, after, I think it was the 70s where it happened, like, the top of the airplane came off and they still had to fly all the way to Hawaii in like 500-mile-per-hour winds. Something really screwed up. He's like, United Airlines, we'll get you there alive most of the time. And you're like, oh, we need to get you checked into a mental hospital. Jaguars, from men who like handjobs, from beautiful women they hardly know. It's like, we can't advertise that. So of course, naturally what happens is they put him in the mental institution for evaluation. His rejected ones get printed, and they become like this nationwide success. Yeah, people just love the Truth in Advertising campaign. It's like Metamucil for people who like, it makes you poop so you don't get cancer and die. No, Liar Liar was completely different. He basically decides he's going to just stop lying to people and just like tell the truth in advertising at least. So then while he's there, he sees like how depressed everybody is, like who's in the mental hospital with him, and he starts getting them to work on their own advertising stuff. So he basically makes their own little advertising firm with all the rest of the mental patients. And there are some like amazing, great commercials throughout the film. And there's also the other plot of the movie is he finds love again with Daryl Hannah, who's an inmate as well, so there's that subplot to it, but the whole thing, like all the different crazy commercials they come up with are amazing. If this run goes south, I'll have to pull some up and show you guys. It's amazing. They're funny as hell.
Well.
I know this is like an unpopular opinion, but Daryl Hannah always looks like a man to me.
You want to play with Bayonetta?
It's like everyone's like, "Oh, she's hot." I'm like, no. Of course, but then I have weird beauty standards to begin with. Having dated models and stuff in my past, I'm just like, I don't find models and attractive people attractive. It's like, sure, they're pretty, but I'm not like, oh my god, they're the most beautiful person in the world. I can't contain myself. It's like, okay, cool. Most of them are just amazingly insecure. You better drop my magic. There we go. Oh gosh, oh, I have no idea, I can't remember. It's like I see like the lady there, but I just can't like picture her face. I'm just like, oh god, who was that? Go gadget Google.
Pull off something like that. Come on, love. You think I'm just going to tell you my secrets when I don't even?
Is that Shelley Duvall?
All right. It seems I can control the remembrance of time. That's a big deal here.
Shelley Long, that's who it was, not Duvall. Shelley Long, good god.
No. I got nothing else to say, love. Try to keep up.
Shelley Long, who's like, I'm too big for this little show called Cheers. I'm gonna go be a big actress in Hollywood. Oh god, my career's over. You know, I think that used to look like kind of nice, and then like totally threw it all away. Pamela Anderson. She used to look completely different. Oh, I wasn't expecting that to hit from there. It's like she completely changed her look. What has she been in? Bonnie Hunt. Oh, okay. That was 20 years ago. Over 20 years ago. Written by... The original story is actually written by Stephen King. It's like people don't realize that, like, Stephen King wrote The Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption. People are like, what? It's like, yeah, seriously. It's like, Shawshank Redemption was actually very close. The movie version was very close to the book. Yep, this is one of my, like, small little facts I always love to point out. It's like, people just don't realize that, like, really? It's like, yeah, it's a Stephen King story. Yeah, actually the book is told, well, the movie is kind of too, but I mean, the book is, like, told, like, 100% through the eyes of Red, Shawshank Redemption. It's like, you basically, he just recounts things he's heard about Andy, and, like, his personal interactions with him. But it doesn't have, like, any personal things like you see in the movie itself, like where you see him go and, you know, fight off the people and things like that. It's, like, all from, like, Red just telling you afterwards. He's like, yeah, he tried to fight him off, but still got raped and ended up in the hospital for a while. He talks about, like, the guard, like, you know, when Red sees the guard, he actually killed the guy who raped Andy in the prison. He didn't, like, paralyze him like the movie version. The movie version's like, oh, I just paralyzed and put him in the hospital. It's like, in the book, he just straight up murdered the guy. It's like, don't screw with the warden's accountant. Switch is screwing up. Oh my god. Do not adjust your stream. This is not Twitch's fault. This is my Nintendo Switch freaking the fuck out. Oh my god. We're running at like 15 frames a second without like really much of input drops, which is amazing. It's just the frames have tanked. Now we're getting a little bit more of input drops. Wow. Okay, so hopefully the frame rate stabilizes. Now it's still janky. It's like now I'm getting like input delay on top of things, so that's making this a little bit trickier. No, this time it's like I can actually say, it's as much as it pains me to say Twitch is not at fault on this one, it is Nintendo at this issue. Yeah, so if you are seeing skip frames and stuff, that is... Yeah, this is... Oh, wow, this is, like, super delayed. So when's that coming out? Like April or something? Animal Crossing?
Like my new haircut?
Okay, seems to have calmed down for now, but oof. It's like, okay, delayed inputs, screwed up moving over. I'm just gonna see how far I can keep going with the run with this messed up. I'm not gonna validate it, even though I could. It's like, if it turns out to be like a better time, it's like, this is just... No way in hell am I gonna authorize a run on a busted up Switch.
So close. Is that all you got? Almost.
What did you hit me with? What?
Almost.
So I got hit with a push block on that attack. And Balder right before we went to this big part here. That's the way it looked like, at least. It shoved me back and I got hit. I'm like, okay. Maybe in slow mode it'll show I started an attack or something.
Not that bad, I guess.
Oh, is he a Sekiro speedrun? Never. Not for me, at least. Because that game is just busted. Intentionally so. It's one of those things, I don't mind hard games. I mean, I play Ninja Gaiden series for fun. But when you intentionally break the game, so bad guys have vortex throws and you're nowhere near them and hitboxes intentionally shift to hit you for one-hit kills, that's when I'm like, no, I'm done with this game. It's not like just myself like going, oh, this is only happening to me. It's like speedrunners are like, oh no, this ends runs here, and it's the same thing. It's that same stupid ogre at the very start of the game. That kills a lot of runs, and then later bosses do too. It's the same thing where it's like if you're halfway down these stairs and all of a sudden the boss decides to attack you, you get hit, even though he's attacking the wrong direction, not facing you. Yeah, at least it didn't soft lock. I'm surprised, seeing how janky everything else has been so far. I was fully expecting it to soft lock. I'm like, well, we'll see what happens.
Is that all you've got?
So I got thrown off at the start because I did the wrong combo. I was trying to do my double punch, triple kick combo instead of just doing the PKK. PK, stagger, then K, so that way you can get him into a loop where you just keep knocking him in the air, and you can't really attack you past that first attack. There's the book. Book run. Book percent.
This is it! The bridge to the heavens should be right above us.
Are you sure?
Not really.
Not really, huh? But you're right. This is it. Call it a woman's intuition.
Women's intuition. What kind of silly
I don't think we ever figured out exactly what caused Ace's runs to softlock here. He'd be playing as Rosa, and then like all of a sudden, like right around this part where the camera moves to follow like Loki, as he's like, oh my gosh, like you too? And like all of a sudden the head would just like invert on the character. It'd be like right here at this part, like the head would flip upside down. It'd just be stuck. It looked like something straight out of The Exorcist.
But I know.
How's the GDQ going to censor language this? They're not.
Does that make any sense?
Kappa's going to be running this game entirely in Japanese without subtitles.
It's not like that.
I mean, they don't really have to. You can have swear words and things like that in GDQ. Just the runners themselves saying it, they kind of frown upon it.
That's what I
Which is also why they move certain games to a later audience at night. So this is going to be like a midnight run anyway, so Eastern time at least. Perfect. You don't really lose time doing that, because you have to switch your weapons back anyway.
Crap! Nothing's working!
10.
He's chasing us now!
So depending on how you are, like in the second part, I've counted you can either get 10 or 11 hops. It should be a 31. Yep.
If I can just do something about that.
It's like, please stop jumping. There we go. It's like, I just want to hit you. Yeah, so GDQ doesn't really have a policy against like super violent games, really, per se. Some people thought that like certain games were banned, and it's just not the case. It's usually the people who are claiming that were just like upset because their visual novel games didn't get put in. It's like you have to think about also like, is the game interesting to watch? Is your game going to be entertaining? Yeah, exactly. Bloodborne got in, Ninja Gaiden Black's been in, Bayonetta 1's been in, and that has a lot of F-bombs throughout everything you have in that run. It's like, they don't really care about that per se, but it's like if the runner themselves are spouting off profanity, that's where they start to get a little antsy about it. It's generally understood that it's a family-friendly stream to watch, but there could be certain games that could be mature rated, and those tend to run, like I said, later on in the evening, early mornings for Europe, later at night for the States.
Novel, huh? I hope this one lasts a little bit longer.
Get back here. No going outside.
Saying that's just going to make me take him there. After I've taken care of my business, of course.
Really? That skipped it? You didn't hit him with the foot? Yes, eating everything. He's promoting excessive eating, which is compulsive eating, which is not a healthy behavior.
Get a new one of those.
And sending the wrong message to children. Also ghosts, I mean, it's people he's actually eating. So he's actually murdering them and then like bringing them back to life through dark magic in order to kill them again. This endless cycle of like purgatory slash hell for them. Yeah, Pac-Man's pretty messed up game. Oh, so I'm starting to see frame skips there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You got it.
Oh no. Yeah, so it's about a 15 frame delay. Wow.
If you need to learn how to do
Yeah, this is just about unplayable at this point, so this run's done. Oh, my crazy, crazy Switch. Why do you gotta be like this? Why you gotta do me like this? Alright, here we go. Let's bring up Switch menu. Let's bring this up. So yeah, this is the movie Crazy People. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's actually early on in the beginning of the movie. Truth in advertising. Get rid of you.
Buy Volvos.
Hold on. Let's make sure it's loud enough. There we go.
Buy Volvos. They're boxy, but they're good. We know they're not sexy. This is not a smart time to be sexy anyway, with so many new diseases around. Be safe instead of sexy. Right. Oh, this is lovely. Truth and travel?
Huh?
Forget France. The French can be annoying. Come to Greece. We're nicer.
So?
We're nicer?
The French pride themselves on being annoying. In Paris, they have contests. I mean, they're eligible for huge prizes.
Quaker Oats. Does this cereal taste great? Who knows? But at least the box is cute.
Right.
The box is cute?
The box is cute.
This is truly nuts. Jaguar, sleek and smart. For men who'd like hand jobs from beautiful women they hardly know.
That's what all of these ads really mean. Men buy these cars because of it, so why don't we just come out and say, hey, we know what you want. Here it is. This is for that.
This is getting scary.
So what?
Oh, wait, let's go for a walk.
And there's like a lot more commercials in this movie too that just keep going through. So they put him in the insane asylum, you know, like the mental hospital for evaluation. They grab the wrong portfolio and it goes up to press. And yeah, so it's just like there's another like 5-minute long sequence, like even more advertisements that he wrote just being put out in the public and people just like loving it. It's a major hit. So truth in advertising becomes a thing on that in that reality. Yep, that is Paul Reiser, who was a comedian. He's in Aliens 2, played Burke, the scumbag, the evil Weyland-Yutani employee. He's also in the comedy series Mad About You with Helen Hunt, the human twig, who, for when she was told, when she had movie parts, was actually told to gain weight. They actually forced her to gain 20 pounds because she was not eating nearly enough. They're like, listen, you're anorexic, we need you to eat something. She's like, no, I don't need to. You're not getting this movie part unless you gain 20 pounds. And even then, she still looked like she was on the verge of death. Alright, so let's find something else to play because the Switch is dying on me. It's Ruddy! What's up? You just missed out the Switch screwing up everything here, so... Let's see, what do we got? I know, we had an FMV game, I just gotta uninstall it real quick. Or not uninstall it, pardon me, extract it is the word I am looking for and failing to find. Yeah, we'll need to put this in its own thing. And extract. Well, that's good. Onigiri is really good. I always like those. They are tasty and delicious. I made tangzhou langi, which is authentic sweet and sour, Cantonese style sweet and sour. Instead of pork, I use chicken, but you get the whole dealio. Let's see. Turn this off. Have it leap at me like that. Turn that off. Turn on Retro Arch. So it's like, oh, I can play some Killer Instinct. I'm like, people don't want to watch me play a fighting game. You know, it's a lot of fun. But let's bring up Retro Arch here. So I have a black screen for you guys to look at. There we go. So this is a game I found about. I was doing some research, and I was like, huh, I never heard of this one. I should probably try playing it. I should also update my stream title too, so people don't think I'm speedrunning Bayonetta 2 anymore. Retro. Take off speedrun tags. Retro. Put that on. Got that updated. All right, let's do this. X-Files. Oh, hold on. I know what the problem is. Closed content. I have run ahead on, and they still haven't fixed that here. Latency off. There we go. Okay. Let's try that again. As Twitch shits frames. Hold on. Transform, center to screen. I'm going to scream at Twitch. I'll be right back in a second. I'm going to kill the stream, hang out, be back up in about 20 seconds or so.